Hey, what's up guys? Today's unboxing is the Eufy G40 Plus vacuum cleaner. This is one of those robot vacuum cleaners where you just start it and leave it and set a schedule and it's good to go. So we're going to do a quick unboxing of this because I got hardwood floors throughout the house, and this is like a perfect vacuum cleaner for hardwood floors, especially that, even if you have carpet, like short carpet, this is perfect for it because you can literally just have it right over the carpet and get it vacuumed up and cleaned up easily. So this one doesn't have a particular mop function, but if it did, it would have been even more amazing. But you can also control it via Google Home or Amazon Alexa. So we're gonna do the quick unboxing of this and let you know and show you guys the smart dynamic navigation 2.0 that it has built into the app. And you can let it roll on, even with this box. Let it run, and it can even go underneath couches. So I have couches that can go under as well. And of course it has one of those bins. All these like new vacuum cleaners has these bins that you can literally dock it and it'll like empty the trash for you. So this one in particular can store up to 60 days of debris or dust. So whatever, all the particles, all the things that you suck up through this robot vacuum, it'll empty it out into the bin. And it comes with like an included bag as well. So we got like 97% hands-free dust removal. So, besides what's the dust that's inside the vacuum itself, where you can wash and dust and clean and then let it dry and reuse, the bin in the back of it will hold 97% of the rest of the trash. So, and then of course, the battery and suction power of this, it's 2500 PA suction power, which is usually about like 2 hours of usage using that power. And of course that's the smart dynamic navigation, so you don't keep constantly bumping into the same places and get stuck. It'll know the route that it's been through and of course go and clean everywhere. And of course it's quiet cleaning. So we're gonna go and unbox it and show you guys all the things that it has in this Eufy G40 Plus vacuum cleaner. And yeah, let's get started. Boom. All right, the first thing up is the giant manuals. So you have the quick start guide, and it tells you it's for the G35 Plus or the G40 Plus. And of course you have the cautions and quick setup guide. So we're gonna just not look at this. But as I know, if you need some instructions, be sure to read the instruction manual and get to all that. Comes with this little mat right here. Looks like it is the mat that you place onto close to the wall, because it's where the docking station is. So it'll stop and dock onto this thing, and it has Eufy on here. So we'll place it right here on the floor for now. And of course this one is not laser guided, but it should be intelligent based on mapping it out through the app. So here is the beautiful looking display, and of course it came with these little bumpers, so you take off the bumpers out. It comes on each end, so now it's able to be utilized. So of course there's a switch, the power switch on the side, so it has to be in the on position before it actually utilizes and works. And there's 3 buttons on here. There's a charging button, so if it's kind of lost, you can press it and it'll go back to its charging, and pause and play. And of course the cleaning a particular area has a little circle that will kind of circulate and roll until it cleans up. And of course, there's sensors on it in case you have stairs, or bumps that you don't want it to accidentally fall into. And of course, there's only one thing with this vacuum cleaner, that there's only one brush, so it spins the debris into the vacuum middle, and then instead of like 2 spinners, it only has one side. So hopefully, it'll only spin it and it'll go into here. And of course these 2 middle pins are the docking charging station. It'll charge as well, and the batteries of course is behind this probably. And these wheels are high enough that it can go over certain positions like carpet, small short carpet. And of course this is the brush itself. So you can take it out right here. I'm gonna take it out right now. And sometimes you need to clean this, so there's a little rubber right here as well that sucks it in. And of course this is the brush, Sometimes it's made of rubber all around and some brushes, so it's pretty nice. But you need to clean this. If it gets hair tangled up in here, just make sure to cut it, get it off of it, and then put it back in here. So you need to put it on to one side. There's an arrow right here, or there's an arrow here. Oops. All right, so there is an arrow here on the brush, and there's an arrow here. So this needs to be in first, connected to the arrow, and then you can place it down. And then of course, then you put this into it and click it in place. And right here, to get this out, it doesn't come out just by pulling it. You need to pull this. There's a little lever right here. You press that lever in, and then you pull it out. And that is to empty out the trash bin. Of course, I guess the way I would empty it out is probably first thing is just to dump it into a trash can. If there's nothing that you can get, it probably catches it, so you can't really dump it out this way because there's a plastic little thing like a window that kind of flips open, and so when you go this way, it doesn't come out the trash. So to empty it out, let's see. I believe you need to. So let's see. Let's see how would it come out? There's some hinges. Oh, okay. So this it's a little tight, so you do have to pull down and then lift up. And then it's a little tight though. But then, so to empty out the trash, there's a window, so of course you can flip it upside down and then lift up, and then you can dump out the trash this way. That. And of course there's these filters, there's like a HEPA filter. So this is what you wash. So you kind of use a brush that probably comes with. So you get the brush, brush it off, and then brush it off on the other side, rinse it with water, leave it out to air dry for 24 hours before you place it back into this thing right here. So this is trapping dust particles. This is what traps all the dust particles can be inside here. And yeah, so that's kind of cool. So we're gonna put that back in. And of course, like I said, here's the window flap that I was talking about. Once you put it down, you can't really dump it, so make sure you dump it this way. And that's basically it to the trash bin. It doesn't hold that much, but of course, every single time it docks, it'll empty it into the bin. So we'll put it back in, and we'll place this on the ground. And it comes with extra HEPA filter, or whatever filter it's called. Some more. And here is probably the charger. This is the cable to charge the device. So we'll get to this in a bit. Giant hefty, almost like a computer charger cable. It comes with two brushes. It says Eufy on it, and of course there's a little brush on the edge right here too. I'll take a little closer look at that right there. So we're gonna place this on here. Side brush. We'll just snap it in here, and that's it. This little brush, it probably cleans the little edge on here, as you can see right there. Like that. So put that on the floor right now. All right, there's organized wires and cords. This one's a little zip tie that tells you to organize wires and power cord on the floor to clear the way for RoboVac. So we'll get one of these zip ties out to organize it, of course. We need it in a bit. And here is the brush. So this brush used to clean the HEPA filter, and there's a little razor on the other end. That's when you're cleaning this piece right here. I'm gonna clean this piece right here, and hair gets stuck in there. You kind of like go like this to cut the hair around the brush, and then you can pull it off and then dump it away. Cut the hair around the brush because it gets tangled around. You need to cut it to get it off easily. And that's that part. Next layer. All right, here is what goes to the back of the unit. And that is it to the Eufy box right here. So we're gonna, it's a little dusty, but you know, here is the trash bin, basically, and the charging unit itself. All right, looking at it, this looks very nicely built right here. We're gonna start from the back of it. Here is the back. Here is the cable. First step is to plug it in into the wall, and then you can wrap this cable around it to save space. And then of course, if you're connected near a wall outlet, like you see here, it'll just plug in through the top, and then it'll plug in. That is that step. The next step is to learn about the filter. This is another filter that collects the dust as well. So here is the filter that also needs to be cleaned after usage. So get the brush, go right here, clean the filter. When it's dusty, empty it out, clean it, you know, brush it off, rinse it. Once you're done, let it dry for 24 hours, and then you can place it back. That's reusable. All right, now for the other side, this is the front of it. This is a trash bin, basically. On the top of it has some instructions. Lift the lid. It comes with a bag already. So we're going to take this off. Here's the trash bag itself. You know, it can only probably use once. Has this little bracket right here that when you put it in, it opens the hole up. So that means the dust won't come out. So now, because when you lift it up, it'll lock it in. So now trash can't come out from the bin. So maybe it could be reused more than once, but it's hands-free clean, you know? So right now, to put it in, here is there's a suction in here, almost like a vacuum itself, because it sucks it in to the trash bin. So there is a pull lever right here. So this is how to get it out. But I need to put this in, slide it in, this cardboard through here. Once I slide it in, you press down, and then opens up the hole, and then this needs to be placed into it. Now the trash is there to be able to be used. Of course, it comes with an extra bag, and that's for the extra holder. And then of course, on the other side, you can put the extra filter you have, the brush that you have, the zip ties, the extra spindle, and etc. that is not needed. And that is to store it away. And all right, so I'm going to plug it into this wall outlet right here. And of course, this is the Eufy. I'm gonna slide this in right there. And I'm gonna take off the sticker because it needs to remove before usage. All right, and then of course put the brush back. And put this back in. All right, first step. I don't need the zip ties, so because it's kind of already pretty organized right there. So put this right here. Voila. And then of course I'm going to turn off. Oops, actually slide this up. The first step, bring it over here, is to turn on this. Sounds pretty good, actually. In the Play Store, you need to download the Eufy Clean Eufy Home app. Once you do it, you just need to set up, and then experience, of course, create a login. Let me see if my login works. All right, add the device, and this is the G40 Plus. RoboVac is on. I slid on that. Now the Wi-Fi is blinking at the top of the Eufy device. So let's see. Power on, turn on, status confirmed. Reset device, press and hold the start pause button for 10 seconds until you hear a prompt.
Completed factory reset.
Alright, factory is reset. And now I need to connect to my network. Let's see. Connecting. Alright, so basically you just gotta wait to the...
Connecting, please wait.
You know, wait for the phone connect to the vacuum cleaner and it's set and ready to go.
Wi-Fi successfully connected.
And that is basically the instructions. So I'm gonna place the rest of the items that I don't need back into the bin. And I start my vacuum. I'm ready to go. Alright, let's put this out of the way. It's called the RoboVac. I will call it RoboVac. Yeah, that sounds good. Congrats, it's ready to go. And right now it's on standby. So
start cleaning.
Alright. So this is what the sound it makes as it's cleaning. Of course, you know, I don't need to give feedback. If I press on it, you can pause it. Oops. It tells you auto return cleaning. So you can go back to its basic charge. And of course, you know, you can pause it. Of course, and then tell it to recharge, which will tell it to go back to its base to recharge on its dock. Here is the app itself. What it can do, take a look at that. Right now it's kind of stuck over there behind this. And of course, I'm gonna let you see it. Heading back to its dock. It's actually pretty smart. It knows where its dock is at. So it's kind of going slowly. This is it, going back to the recharge base. And of course you can see the map of what it's done so far. It didn't really clean anything yet, but I'm gonna need to have it charged. And of course you have spot cleaning, you have schedules, cleaning history, and different modes as well. So I'm gonna pause real quick and show you the modes. It has standard suction mode, quiet mode, standard, turbo, and max mode. And they have of course boost IQ depending on floor type. So we'll just leave it on standard. And of course this is the amount of battery it has left, of course, in the settings. You can have voice settings. You can have it talk like a female, speak like male. Let's see. You know, I could download the male voice, Chinese voice, Spanish voice, Italian. And it has several languages. That's a cool thing about this app. You can, you know, cover different languages and different voices for the vacuum to be utilized. And of course, besides voice setting, you see you have, if you don't know where your vacuum is, like let's say it's under a couch connected to some cords, and you're like, where the hell is my vacuum cleaner? Press this button, now you know where it is. It's like Find My Phone, except you're finding your old vacuum cleaner. Of course, there's manual controls. You can tell it to head to a certain direction, but you know, you can tell it to, so you can like control it. So like tell it go directly here or go directly there instead of it figuring it out on its own. Of course, you have do not disturb mode, which is it will not start auto return cleaning and voice to deactivate. Deactivate it where it is. Of course, you can set it to meter squared or foot squared. So of course it tells you what needs to be replaced, how, like if it's like the brush is too dirty and it has too much hair. It even tells you, you know, when it needs to be replaced. The filter needs to replace 200 hours of usage. The sensor needs to be clean 35 hours of usage. And if it needs a new battery, new filter, or the brush, say it should be replaced 450 hours of usage. The side brush is 250 hours of usage. It has accessory kits. So you can check if there's a firmware update through it as well. So the app controls a lot of things on this function. So right now I'm still downloading the male voice, but you know, we're gonna keep it at female. So for now, and sharing settings, you can add somebody else in the household that can talk to it as well. So what I'll do is let it recharge.
Heading home.
So it'll head home into the dock, of course. It was headed home, now it's gonna back up into it. That's kind of cool. It has like the base itself, so it doesn't get dirty. You can clean that plastic cover that's on, And yeah, that's it to this little video. So if you have any questions regarding the Eufy 40 Plus robot vacuum cleaner, leave a comment down below. And maybe I'll do an update in the future on this vacuum cleaner. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.